Can you help me? Can your parents help me? Can your children help me? I need to help my friend. I need to help my siblings. I need to help my sisters. What do you prefer for breakfast? What do you prefer for lunch? What do you prefer for dinner? Do your parents prefer coffee? Do your parents prefer tea? Do your parents prefer juice? Do you need to read today? Do your children need to read today? Do your friends need to read today? My children read books every day. My brothers read books every day. My daughters read books every day. I can send the book. You can send the book. We can send the book. Do you know how to read in English? Do they know how to read in English? Do your parents know how to read in English? Do you read every day? Do your sons read every day? Do your friends read every day? Can you send the book to your mother? Can you send the book to your daughter? Can you send the book to your sister? Do they prefer apartments? Do your parents prefer apartments? Do children prefer apartments? I want to buy a bicycle. My sisters want to buy bicycles. My sons want to buy bicycles. How many books do you need to buy? How many books do you need to sell? How many books do you need to send? I don't need to send the books today. We don't need to send the books today. They don't need to send the books today. They need help at school. My siblings need help at school. The children need help at school. They need to send the letter today. They need to send the letter tomorrow. They need to send the letter now. Do you read magazines at home? Do you read magazines at work? Do you read magazines here? I know the mailman. My parents know the mailman. Your brothers know the mailman. How much money do you have? How much money do we have? How much money do they have? I want to buy this bicycle. I want to buy this car. I want to buy this apartment. I don't need to go to school this month. We don't need to go to school this month. They don't need to go to school this month. They want to sell this motorcycle. They need to sell this motorcycle. They have to sell this motorcycle. Do you want to read the newspaper? Do you want to buy the newspaper? Do you want to send the newspaper? How many notebooks do you have? How many notebooks do you want? How many notebooks do you need? They don't need pens. My sisters don't need pens. Your daughters don't need pens. Can you buy a pencil for my son, please? Can you buy a pencil for my brother, please? Can you buy a pencil for my daughter, please? They don't have to go to the post office today. They don't need to go to the post office today. They can't go to the post office today. I like to go to that bakery. I like to buy bread at that bakery. I like to eat bread at that bakery. Do you know that waiter? Do you work with that waiter? Do you need a waiter? I know the waitress at this restaurant. You know the waitress at this restaurant. They know the waitress at this restaurant. My children study English this week. My brothers study English this week. My friends study English this week. Do you know this car? Do you know this house? Do you know this book? I can't study here. I can't study with you. I can't study today. Do you like this bank? Do you like this manager? Do you like this waiter? Where do you read books? Where do you buy books? Where do you sell books? When do you send letters? When do they send letters? When do your parents send letters? How many notebooks do you have? How many notebooks do you need? How many notebooks do you want? They don't have a pencil. They don't have a house. They don't have a car. Can you send the letters today? Can they send the letters today? Can the manager send the letters today? They send fish every day. The managers send fish every day. The bosses send fish every day. Do you eat fish for lunch? Do you eat fish for dinner? Do you eat fish on weekends? What do you like to eat for breakfast? What do you like to eat for lunch? What do you like to eat for dinner? Where do you buy this magazine? Where do you buy this newspaper? Where do you buy this bread? Where do you have a house? Where do you have an apartment? Where do you have a market? May I have fish, please? Can I have juice, please? May I have water, please? I need to read about 10 books. They need to read about 10 books. You guys need to read about 10 books. I drink about 3 cups of water. I drink about 3 cups of tea. I drink about 3 cups of milk. What do you know about this book? What do you know about this waiter? What do you know about this house? Can you work this morning? Can you study this afternoon? Can you read the book this evening? How many magazines do you need tonight? How many newspapers do you need tonight? How many books do you need tonight? Do you want to help me tomorrow morning? Do you want to study with me tomorrow morning? Do you want to work with me tomorrow morning? I need money tomorrow afternoon. I need money tomorrow morning. I need money today. I can't send the books tomorrow evening. We can't send the books tomorrow evening. They can't send the books tomorrow evening. Do you need to go to work tomorrow night? Do you need to go to school tomorrow night? Do you need to go to the shop tomorrow night? Do you read about cars? Do you read about motorcycles? Do you read about this? Can you read this for me, please? Can your father read this for me, please? Can your son read this for me, please? I don't know your mother. I don't know your father. I don't know your brothers. I can read a lot every day. We can read a lot every day. They can read a lot every day. How many children do you have? How many siblings do you have? How many books do you have? How much milk do you want? How much money do you want? How much time do you want? What do you prefer for lunch? What do you prefer for dinner? What do you prefer for breakfast? When do you want to buy a house? When do they want to buy a house? When do your parents want to buy a house? They can have money to buy the house. We can have money to buy the house. My children can have money to buy the house. I can read about this. My son can read about this. The manager can read about this. I can send the book to my mother today. I can send the book to my mother this morning. I can send the book to my mother this week. How many waiters do you have here? How many waiters do you need here? How many waiters can you need here? How much money do you have? How much money do you need? How much money can you need? Do you know that mailman? Do you know that waiter? Do you know that manager? Do you know how many waiters work here? Do you know how many waiters work today? Do you know how many waiters work tonight? They want to buy bread this morning. They need to buy bread this morning. They have to buy bread this morning. You can go to my house tomorrow. They can go to my house tomorrow. We can go to my house tomorrow. I can sell about 10 houses. We can sell about 10 houses. They can sell about 10 houses. Do you prefer to help the manager? Do you prefer to help the waiter? Do you prefer to help the boss? I don't prefer to eat meat. I don't want to eat meat. I can't eat meat. Can you send the books to your parents? Can you send the books to your children? Can you send the books to your brothers? What do you like to play? What do you want to play? What can you play? Sorry. I don't like to eat ham. Sorry. I don't like to drink beer. Sorry. I don't like to read about it. Do you prefer to read the book this afternoon? Do you prefer to read the book this morning? Do you prefer to read the book this evening? I have to help you to send this. I have to help the boss to send this. I have to help the manager to send this.